Hello, I am going to take you guys on some psoas stretches. The psoas is actually a hip flexor that connects their inner thigh, wraps up around the hip, and connects into several vertebrae in the lower back area. So if the psoas is tight, it can actually cause low back pain. But you also want the psoas strong because it's a major stabilizing muscle that connects your upper body with the lower body. So you'll need a block and a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, just grab like a canvas belt and meet me on the mat, face up. Here we go. Well, let me grab my strap. All right, so start laying down with your block next to you for a second. And we're going to ease into this. I want you to stretch out, super long line, big stretch, and just let the low back arch naturally. So you're grounding the tailbone gently and just enough of an arch where you could take your hand and slide it right into the small of your back. And just reach long and imagine someone has your wrist and someone has your ankles. And you're pulling yourself long, creating some space between the vertebrae. And then slowly release. Now draw the heels in towards your butt. You're going to take your block long ways, lift and slip it underneath. Actually, I'm going to turn it sideways. And the sacrum is on the block. So your sacrum is that solid part of your back right above the tailbone. And then take your strap and put it on your right foot and bring it up in the air. So we'll start with just a gentle hamstring stretch. And I want you to move the foot towards you. Exhale. Inhale out. Now, if you're tight, your leg may be here, and that's okay. You've just got to find your edge. And you're exhaling into the stretch. And I want you to do that 6, 7 times. And just loosen up. Your left foot should be on the floor with the left knee bent. Exhale into it. Now just hold it. Second part is when we're going to get into the psoas. Grab the band with your right hand. Let your left leg slide out. So this is the left hip flexor. Psoas is what we're stretching. So try to keep that leg as straight as you can, heel on the floor. Take your right leg and open it to the side. Pull your ribs in and keep this left hip down. And this whole stretch is coming right through the psoas. Now, for those that are a little more flexible, my right leg is actually hitting the wall right now, so I could go further, but depending on your tightness and your flexibility, you're going to feel a stretch in the inner thigh and the hip flexor on the left side. Now take a breath. You're going to engage your abs and bring the leg up carefully with the exhale. All right, let's switch sides. Slip the left foot right up there into the band, right foot on the floor. Now let's do hamstring. Exhale, inhale out, and release the hamstring several times. Keep the legs straight. And you'll get a better hamstring stretch if you contract your quad, your thigh muscle, so that you get a better stretch in the back of the leg. All right, now bring it forward and hold it. All right, hold the band in your left hand, straighten your right leg. Take a breath and open the leg to the side. Now, if you get far enough, you're going to bring your elbow to the floor for stability. Keep the abs pulling in. And you're going to feel this both in the inner leg, and tighten up your right thigh so that you get that stretch in the psoas on the right side. So the placement of the block is really critical here because if you've got low back issues, you need to make sure that block is under the sacrum. All right, take a deep breath. Bring the leg up with the exhale. Use your abs. And lose the band. Bring the feet in. Arms by your side. Now ground the shoulders, and you're just going to lift the hips enough to slip the block out. Bring it back to the floor and slide the legs out. And if you just rest for a minute, you may actually even feel some tingling throughout the lower hip area where you released a lot of tension. Now I'm going to take you on one more stretch if you like to go with it. Bring the feet in, roll to your side, and face the floor as you use your arms to come up. All right, let's sit with the left leg out and the right foot comes into the thigh. So this is another stretch that is not so much psoas, but this is one that's actually designed for this big QL muscle. It's a hamstring stretch and low back stretch. So turn towards your straight leg and you're going to lean towards it first. Now, the important thing here is if your back's bothering you, you want to sit up and create some space and just lean into it a little bit. You can also take your strap, again, on the foot so that the foot stays straight up, your thigh is up, and you're leaning into it a little bit. Now, to add that turn, you're going to turn towards the bent knee. Place your left arm on your leg and reach the right arm up and lean towards the straight leg. And this is going to give you the stretch from the ribs down into the top of your hip and back. So you've got this elbow on this knee for support. And this is a gentle way to get into this stretch without overstretching and overdoing. Keep your right knee pushing into the floor. Now bring the arm up, let it help you up. Turn towards the leg. Take your right hand and grab the outside of your left leg. You're going to look to the left and pull yourself towards that leg. And this is going to get deep into that square muscle in your low back. The QL muscle, the quadratus lumborum. It attaches in 3 areas: the lowest rib, the lumbar spine, and the top of your hip. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can wrap that back arm and pull yourself further towards. You just got to listen to your back and just take it easy. You move in and out of it so very slowly. All right, let's come back up. Switch sides. Take both legs out for a second and bring the other foot into the thigh. Square it off. Let's take the strap. Take a breath for length and just a slight leaning in. Keep the back flat. You're moving from the hip. Long, smooth breath. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. You're going to feel this knee pressing down. That's where the beginning of the stretch starts, into the hip and back and your hamstring on the right side. All right, let's come on up. I want you to turn towards the bent knee, and you're going to rest your right arm on your right leg. Left arm comes up, and lean onto the elbow that's on your leg for support. Keep the left knee pressing towards the floor, that bent knee. If it's too much for the arm, with the arm extended, keep the hand behind your head and just come from the elbow. All right, let's rise slowly. Turn back towards the straight leg. You're going to take that opposite arm up, come across, grab the outside of your leg, pull yourself there. Look to the right. You're kind of turning the torso. Backhand can press into the floor, helping you support the pose, or wrap the arm behind your back for added weight. Take that long, smooth breath. Try to just relax your neck, let the head hang. And rise slowly back up. Alrighty, so I hope those 2 stretches help with any low back pain, and that you have a great day. Thank you. Namaste.